today is the Hadith night, and as we mentioned before, we started a series that we are reading from Shama'il Muhammadiyah. So it's the book that talks about the characteristics and virtues of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by Imam Tirmidhi, and this is one of the beautiful books that it talks about how the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam looked like. It talks about not about his morals, not about his sharia and jurisprudence. It talks about himself, how he looked, what did he wear, how did he acted in his household, everything about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, including even his shoes, how it looked like. And Imam Tirmidhi was hoping that at the end of reading and writing about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he would be able to see the Prophet in his dreams. So it was like presenting something to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And as we know, like even the shoes, Azzaqullah, that the Prophet wear, it had more significance than anything else if you are comparing that to for like Musa alayhi salam. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa, "Ikhla' alayka innaka bil wadi al-muqaddas tur." So Musa, when he went to Jabal al-Tur in Sinai, Allah told him, "You are in the holy valley, so take off your shoes." The Prophet Muhammad went to the 7 heavens, and Allah never told him to take off his shoes. So that even the shoes that the Prophet ﷺ wore, it's something to know how he looked, what's the food that he ate. And it's out of this expression of our love to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. If you love somebody so much, you will be interested to know everything about them. You know about the celebrities nowadays. This expression wasn't before. Like 20 years ago, I would say like kings, for example, or something like very famous people. Now we know about celebrities and everything. If they went outside to buy something from the store, they take pictures and write down, look, Sam Sandler or this guy or this girl, like what they wear, what they look like, how they went out. And these are celebrities that they are nothing to us. So imagine, I'm not talking about a king, I'm not talking about a political leader, I'm talking about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the leader of the ummah and the best of the humanity, and as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, even the beauty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he is the most handsome and beautiful ever in all humanity. If you are comparing him to Yusuf alayhi salam, what would you say? Yusuf alayhi salam was more beautiful or the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for sure. But why there is no any women cut their hands and their fingers with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like what happened with Yusuf? Allah gave half of the beauty to Yusuf, but the Prophet Muhammad took all the beauty sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the Prophet has this hayba. Hayba, I don't know how translation would be, more than the appearance. You love him so much, but you respect him so much in a way that this never happened with the Prophet. Charisma. I don't know if this can be okay, but like the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had this personality that you love him so much, but you are very careful when you talk to him. People were like, I don't know if you know about this hadith before or not. Somebody met the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in Mecca, and he went to approach the Prophet and talk to him, and then he started to shake. And the Prophet ﷺ just stabbed on his back and told him, I am a normal guy. His mother was eating normal food in Mecca. Just calm down. So he had this charisma, if you can say that people get like afraid even when they talk with him. But he was so beautiful that even the scholars say that if you want to measure the most beauty or the humanity beauty, you should measure it on the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So whatever we are talking about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is the standard, that if we can say that.